So, before I begin, can anyone here read this phrase? Or maybe know what script is this? So, this beautiful script is Balinese, and this one phrase is read as Om Swastiastu. It's a common phrase in Indonesia, as it simply means greeting and blessing used by the Balinese people. It's so frequently used that even the President of Indonesia used this phrase for greeting the public. Unfortunately, until this day, this phrase cannot rendered properly in most digital environment. And in this talk, I will talk about why it's quite challenging to adapt this minority script, like this one, into the digital platform. My name is Muhammad Arik Syauqi. I came from Indonesia. I'm a type designer. And currently, I am researching about the Lampung script as part of the Missing Trip project at ANRT and Satnongsi, France. But today, I will not talk about my project in Lampung script because it's quite too early to present. Instead, I will talk about my experience working with living minority scripts in general, with some examples from Balinese and Javanese script. And before I begin, I would like to thanks for all the parties making this happen, for the sponsor mentioned there, and for all of you for attending this presentation, and also for the people watching online, especially my family in Indonesia, who have thank you. They have to wake up at 2 a.m. to watch this. So actually, before joining ANRT, I took a master's degree in typeface design at the University of Reading in the UK. And for our final project, we were tasked to research and develop at least one script beyond Latin. So for me, I chose the case of Lombok, an island in Indonesia which uses 3 scripts altogether, which are Latin, Arabic, and Balinese. This is my typeface project looks like. It's named Kala. I enjoyed designing the Latin and Arabic, but for Balinese in particular, it gives me more challenges from understanding how it works until applying manually the OpenType feature so it can work well. And during the journey, I identify at least 3 challenges why it's challenging to adapt this minority script in the digital platform, which are script characteristic, typographic adaptation, and media integration. Actually, these 3 challenges are interconnected and influence each other. Let's start with the first one. Every script has its own distinctive characteristic, and we can learn them from how it works on the manuscript. This is the example of Javanese manuscript and Lampung manuscript. And this is Balinese, traditionally written in a palm leaf using some tools like knives. And looking closer, we can see that Balinese use quite generous space between lines. It's because the characters can extend beyond and above the base characters. To understand the context, I will give you Balinese 101. So Balinese is Brahmic script alpha-syllabic writing system. So every base characters represents a syllable with inherent vowel a. So this is characters ma. So if I want to write mama, I just need these two characters. This is pa, so this is papa. And how about if we need other vowels like i, u, e, o? Instead of using new whole characters, we modify them. For example, this is ka, and this is ki, with placing the modifier above. This is ku, by placing the modifier below. And the modifier can be anywhere. It can be on the left or even the right, or even both. And for example, to write my name, A, Ra, I modify it to Ri. And since the Balinese is based on sound, I can safely use the letter K. So Arika. And to kill the vowel A in K, I use this, generally known as virama. However, in Balinese script, this virama can only be placed at the very end of a sentence. So, for example, if I want to write swastiastu, this is sa, and to kill the vowel a, instead of using virama, I put the next letter below. So this is swa. This is sa. It becomes ta when I place the ta letter below, and become stia when I place the ya below. So again, this is sa, sta, and becomes stu, swastiastu. And another example, this sentence contains 3 words. Arik tidak minum. It literally translates as Arik doesn't drink. Balinese script doesn't use space between words, so the words continue, like this one. To read it, you have to read it per block of syllables, but if you want to break down the word, it becomes like this. You can see that the words, the second word is visually linked to the first word and the third word. And yeah, it's just the convention. They can just read it like that. And it also happened in the neighboring script like the Javanese. This is Javanese, the same, Arik tidak minum. And as Balinese and Javanese are living scripts, they evolve and they need, for example, secondary style for contemporary use. In Latin, it's easy. We can just use, for example, bold, like this. But how for Balinese and Javanese, if we want to make them bold in a word that is connected to other words? For example, this is the word tidak that I want to make it bold. How can we handle it? At least I imagine there will be 3 scenarios. The first one, I can just make it bold, the exact word, like this, ignoring the fact that some of the words link to the other words. And the second scenario is to make the whole block of syllables even though it belongs to the other words. And the third scenario is, sorry, to break the rules. This is using virama in the middle of sentence. I personally into the third scenario, since it make bold the exact word that I want to highlight, and also it is more balanced between the white and black. However, looking for the expert opinion, I did talk to the professor in Javanese studies at the University of Indonesia, which is who is really familiar with the script, and she preferred this one. She said that in the third scenario, she is not used to using virama, too many virama in the middle of a sentence. That's just the convention. However, the challenge is the first scenario is not even possible in our current digital environment. Why? because this letter ta and this letter ma can only be summoned via OpenType features, and it's always linked to the base letter above. But clearly we can see that here we need at least two fonts, regular and bold. And OpenType features cannot work inter-fonts. So what's the solution? I'm not sure. That's why it's always challenging to adapt minority script typographically. Its typographical adaptation is also challenging because even though our tools now invite us to create whatever forms we want, we still need to compensate the other things. For example, in Balinese, the modifier that modify the base letter can extend anywhere around the base letter. It can be on the top, the bottom, the left, the right, and in multi-level. You can see the multi-level extension here in Om Swastiastu, and you can compare it to the Latin on the right. Other example includes Briac, Stri, and Bangkwang. And this is how type designer compensated, because visual aesthetic is not the only thing that we consider. For example, this is Ika, and this is Ikra. So this is letter Ra placed below the letter K. But since I know that other characters can also be placed under the Ra here, I have to make limit because I don't want the typeface extended without limit. So I define the lowest point, and for example, in this word Briac, this is the same letter Ra, but I made it smaller because it has to share the space with other letters. This is another example. You can see how the letter Ra, the same letter Ra that I highlight, shrink gradually following the characters, following the addition of the characters. You can compare, for example, the first word, which only has letter Ra below, to the last example, in which the letter Ra has to share the room with two other letters. However, even if the type designer has already compensated between the visual aesthetic, readability, the script rules, and economical value, these scripts were not always displayed properly on our digital environment. It's because the third challenge, which is media integration. I created this dummy account on Instagram and X platform, formerly known as Twitter, to check how they handle this script on their platform. So in this case, I use Om Swastiastu to display the name, and on iOS, it renders perfectly. Good job for the team, but okay, good job. Anyone from Apple here? Okay, okay, cool. And compared to the Android, the phrase is cut so badly. It cuts the extension below. And not only be cut on Android, it also placed the bad mark placing. You can compare it to the left, and also some of the characters collides. But for making caption, both Android and iOS don't produce good result. Both cut the very last line of the characters in the space, and also they don't allow generous spacing between lines, so some of the characters collides between those lines. And this is how it is displayed on X. It doesn't get cut, which is good, but it also haven't allowed the generous space between lines. But when I try to put Om Swastiastu as display name on X, it also got cut like this. It's not readable, and maybe we ask what's the solution? Maybe we can just allow them to extend vertically, but no, it's not as simple as that, because if we allow it without context, you will have this. People exploit the feature. If you don't really get it, what's happening here, I try to put Arabic marks on top of each other as much as I can as display name. But seriously, this is from the real phenomenon, at least in Indonesia. People use this, so whenever you post, your post is catch eyes because you bring so many white paste with you. But fortunately, this can no longer happen in the recent version of X. This is the screenshot of the previous version. So maybe the best possibility is like to limit the line spacing allowance in context based on the script and the normal convention of the characters. But this solution can only also be happen if the environment allows it. You can imagine if the environment is conventionally only horizontal and have only limited vertical space. And the most classic common example is the search bar. This is when you type Om Swastiastu on Safari, it gets cast. But my favorite is when you click it, it gets even worse. They allowed the characters to go beyond the box, but it still gets cut. At this point, I don't even know what they prioritize. Here, I make it bigger so you can see it clearly. And because of the convention of the search bar, you can also expect the same result in other browsers, such as Google Chrome and Firefox. So what's the solution? Is it the time for the script to revolutionize so it only allowed the extension horizontally? Or should type designer make it the typeface even more cramped? Or should we just make it smaller? Or should we just allow it go beyond the box? Or should we start to create dynamic search bar? I'm not really sure. If you expect me that I will propose a single solution in this talk, I'm sorry that I have to disappoint you. Because actually that's our opportunity to work on this challenge together. Started from here in Stanford, not only for type designer to look for the visual solution, but also for linguists to propose the most acceptable compensated rule, but also for interface designer to consider the characteristic of different script on their design, and to all of us to collaborate and innovate so that this minority script can be adapted on the digital platform beautifully. Thank you.